This video is about the two most popular diet trends these days, the Mediterranean diet and the keto diet. Almost everyone has found themselves wondering at some point of time if they should seriously consider changing their diet. The objective may be to lose weight or to lower cholesterol, manage diabetes, lower risk of heart disease, or simply to feel more energetic. Keto has found popularity as the best diet for weight loss, whereas Mediterranean has found its place as the healthiest diet. With more and more research on this subject, the concept of what is healthy diet has also changed over time. Gone are the days where weight loss diet meant cutting out all fats and carbs and restricting calorie intake to the point of being hungry, which is clearly not sustainable over long term, and hence the need of a more balanced approach has emerged. Keto is immediately attractive as the concept of consuming fats and still losing weight is tempting. And Mediterranean, on the other hand, is alluring due to being non-restrictive and providing a wide variety of foods to choose from. Therefore, the question clearly on anyone's mind would be, which one is the right diet for me? To understand that, let's dig into each one and understand the pros and cons of each. This video is brought to you by Good Health Corner. At Good Health Corner, we bring research health information in a simplified manner that is easy to understand. If you like what you see here, we request you to support us by clicking the like, subscribe and the bell button. This will ensure that you get notified every time we release a video. Disclaimer: the health statements made in this video and the site are not intended to diagnose, treat or cure or prevent any disease. They are solely for informational purposes. Always consult your doctor before implementing any treatment protocol. So what is the ketogenic diet? The ketogenic diet is considered revolutionary as it requires the maximum calories to be derived from fat, followed by moderate amounts of protein and carbohydrates forming a very small part of the diet. And this is the reverse of the normal diet, which is mostly carbohydrates followed by proteins and fats. A normal diet would be composed of 50 to 60% carbohydrate, 30-40% fat and 10 to 20% protein. However, in a keto diet, it would be the reverse, with 5 to 10% carbohydrates, 70 to 80% fat, and 10 to 20% protein. The main principle of the ketogenic diet is to reach a state of ketosis, which is a metabolic state where the body burns fat for energy rather than glucose or carbohydrates, hence leading to weight loss. You can also achieve ketosis by fasting, but the advantage of ketogenic diet is that it helps you to achieve the same objective without fasting and being hungry, by only changing diet to include more fat in it. So in other words, where other diets plan to focus on calorie reduction through portion control, keto does not limit intake, but focuses on burning fat in place of carbohydrates for energy. Well, that leads to the question, what is ketosis? The body needs energy to function. And glucose and carbohydrates are usually the primary sources of energy, and only once these are used up does the body start burning fat. The blood glucose and the glycogen stores of the body are used up when one goes on a low carbohydrate diet or observes fast, or when one does strenuous exercise. Through the process of ketosis, the body is forced to use fat for energy, and this fat does not get stored, resulting in fast weight loss. Sounds too good to be true, isn't it? So what to eat on a keto diet and what to avoid? The aim of this diet is to get maximum calories from fat and protein, while limiting carbohydrate intake to 20 to 50 grams daily. Foods which are high in carbohydrates, sugar and starch are to be completely avoided in keto diet. But there are few drawbacks of keto diet that we need to be aware of. Number 1. Not enough long-term research. As this diet has become popular only recently, there is not sufficient long-term research data available to establish a clear cause and effect over the long term. It may be safe to follow this diet for short durations if the aim is primarily weight loss, but may have health impacts if followed over the long term. Number 2. Not advisable in certain health conditions. It is not advised for people suffering from certain health conditions such as hypoglycemia, a condition where the blood sugar levels can drop very low, and with high cholesterol. Number 3. Taxing on the liver. The keto diet being largely focused on a high fat intake could be taxing on the liver and hence not advised for people who are suffering from liver conditions. Number 4. Side effects. Transitioning on and off this diet could be challenging. Keto flu is common at the outset and as the body adapts to a low-carb diet. Flu-like symptoms may be experienced during this phase. Transitioning off keto could also have issues like sudden weight gain if not done gradually. Now let's understand what is Mediterranean diet. The Mediterranean diet is really a way of life rather than a strict restrictive diet. It is inspired by the food from various Mediterranean countries like Spain, Italy, and Greece. And research has been found to suggest that people from these countries tend to live longer, healthier lives, and are less prone to cancers, heart disease, and dementia. And the reason for this is believed to be the diet, which is nutritious and heart-friendly. The basic principles of this diet are as follows. Focus on moderation rather than calorie restriction. This diet doesn't have any restriction on the number of calories. Rather, the key is to eat mindfully and in moderate quantities. Food can be from various food groups: fats, carbohydrates, proteins, fruits, and vegetables. But the point is to eat in moderation and have a balance of nutrition from all food sources. Fat is not considered bad. Unlike weight loss diet that advocate cutting out fats completely, or the keto diet which on the other end of the spectrum advocates 60 to 70% of calorie intake from fats, this diet does not prescribe any extreme methods. Instead, the focus is to switch unhealthy fats with healthy ones, and the recommended one being olive oil. All grains are allowed, but wholemeal varieties. This diet does not exclude grains completely like the paleo diet, or severely restrict carbohydrate intake like the keto diet. The only consideration in the Mediterranean diet is to include wholemeal grains, including wholemeal bread, pasta, flour, etc. Using refined varieties are not recommended. This is to ensure maximum nutrients and fiber content from the grains. Meat and fish are allowed, but red meat can be consumed in moderation. All meats and fish are included, but the focus is on healthier options such as salmon, mackerel, and sardines. Red meat can be consumed, but in limited quantities. All vegetables, fruits, and nuts are allowed. Mediterranean diet does not restrict any particular kind of fruits or vegetables, whereas 2 servings per day is actually recommended. A variety of salads topped with fruits, nuts, and cheese is a must in this diet. Nuts are allowed as a source of healthy fats, protein, fiber, and essential vitamins and minerals. Dairy is allowed. Unlike paleo that completely excludes all dairy and keto that includes very limited quantities, the Mediterranean diet includes dairy, especially cheese and yogurt. The traditional Mediterranean diet includes dairy in the full-fat form and does not advocate low-fat varieties. But for those who are intolerant to dairy, products made from coconut milk or almond milk may be substituted. For those looking for weight loss, low-fat dairy options may be substituted for full-fat ones. Processed foods and foods high in sugar and preservatives are not allowed. This diet strictly requires fresh food intake and does not allow any processed foods, refined foods, or those with high sugar and sodium content. Chips, fries, aerated drinks, instant noodles, and ready-to-eat meals are excluded completely. The reason being these are high in calories and low in nutrient value and hence not included. Red wine is allowed. You may consume red wine, but limited to 1 serving a day. Red wine contains an important antioxidant called resveratrol that has great health benefits. However, moderation is key and consumption is allowed but in limited quantities. Enjoy and savor the food that you eat. This diet doesn't just advocate eating healthy foods, but also eating your food at leisure and in the company of friends and family. The principle behind it is that fresh food that is cooked with love, served with love, and eaten in the company of family and friends is better digested and absorbed by the body, resulting in better health. When you eat slowly, you also tend to feel full and avoid overeating. Physical activity is a must. This is a lifestyle rather than a diet and includes physical exercise as an important part of your daily routine. Rather than counting calories, this is a holistic approach towards overall health and well-being. Any kind of physical activity is allowed, whether walking, running, swimming, or cycling, as long as you enjoy it and it's a regular part of your life. So, what can you eat on a Mediterranean diet? You can get a detailed list of the foods which are allowed and foods that are to be avoided completely in the link of the blog included in the description of the video below. Let's understand some similarities between the Mediterranean and the keto diet. There are several basic principles that are common between the two diets. Both can help with weight loss, though keto promises faster results and Mediterranean diet helps slower but more sustainable weight loss. Both of them are based on the principle of eating unprocessed wholemeal foods low in sugar and sodium and free of additives and preservatives. Both have health benefits like lowering cholesterol, managing diabetes, and neurological conditions like Alzheimer's and epilepsy. Let's understand some differences between the Mediterranean and the keto diet. The primary difference is the composition of the diet. Keto requires 60 to 70% intake from fats, whereas Mediterranean diet is more balanced between fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. The type of fat intake also varies, as Mediterranean focuses mainly on unsaturated fats, whereas keto includes both saturated as well as unsaturated fats. The Mediterranean diet allows carbohydrates in moderation, whereas keto is very restrictive in limiting carbs to 10% of the total intake. So Mediterranean diet versus keto, which one is right for you? And the answer is, it depends on what your objectives are along with your current health condition. Is weight loss the primary goal? If yes, are you looking for a very quick weight loss? Or are you willing to see a slower but more sustainable result? How much time and effort are you willing to dedicate? Which diet to choose also depends on your level of commitment in terms of time and effort, especially with grocery shopping, meal planning, and cooking time. And keto is harder to follow in this aspect. Do you have any known health conditions? Before embarking on a new diet, it is best to consult with your doctor or registered dietitian to determine the best fit based on your goals and your current health status. Are you looking for a short-term or a long-term option? While keto diet leads to fast weight loss, it may not be a long-term option due to severe restrictions, and the long-term impact of ketosis is not known. You can get a more in-depth analysis of both of these diets in the link given in the description of the video below. Hope you have enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more such videos, we recommend you to subscribe to our channel and give a thumbs up to this. A little bit of encouragement from you will go a long way for us. Thank you, and we hope to see you again. Bye for now.